Happy New Year's, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ask a Grimm. So, hope everyone had a good holiday season, and we are back with another session of Ask a Grimm. Thank you all very much for asking your questions, I really do appreciate it. And, let's get started. Xans Priness asks, do you think that shiny Pokemon is a waste of everyone's time, and what makes Cynthia from Diamond and Pearl so enjoyable and challenging? I think for the most part, it's kind of a waste of time for shinies, at least with the Pokemon that are just a slightly different tinge, like Garchomp and stuff. However, there are some, like the Froakie line, because that one's a black shiny, and I will always say that the black shinies are fucking amazing. I will, however, say that the legendaries, like that little legendary candy thing in the Indigo Disc, is a waste of time, because you can't get a shiny out of that. They're shiny locked for some reason, the legendaries, which is stupid. As for Cynthia, I'd say then it's because, unlike the last generation, which was Gen 3, which was relatively easy by comparison, Cynthia has a lot of really powerful Pokemon, which makes sense because she's the champion. I prefer my team/champion team to basically not be a monotype team, because then you can't just simply use one Pokemon and steamroll the goddamn thing. So Cynthia, I find enjoyable and challenging because, unlike some of the previous champions, she doesn't use a monotype team, she uses a multitude of types, and her Pokemon are relatively strong. Not to mention, she's had a pretty good personality throughout Platinum as well as Diamond and Pearl, so I think that also helps in her favor, as enjoyable and challenging. Gamer Gamers asks, what are your thoughts on the Opera GX browser? I've used it a couple of times and, yeah, it's alright. Not exactly my cup of tea, but at the same time, it's not the worst. It's fine. Kourtoullopoullos asks, sorry for the mispronunciation, did you see the GTA 6 teaser trailer and what do you think of the controversy of it, and did you play Sonic Dream Team? I did see the teaser trailer. It looks amazing. Hopefully Rockstar sticks the landing this time. Because after the last GTA related thing, that being Definitive Edition, I know technically they weren't the main developers of it, but still, it's associated with GTA. After the last time, I'm a little bit less trusting of them because, yeah. But, yeah, no, I think GTA 6 looks very promising. As for the controversy, I think it's fucking stupid. But then again, it's GTA. I can't be surprised that it brings out some of the dumbest takes regarding that franchise. As for Sonic Dream Team, I have not actually. I don't own a, iPhone/Apple device for it. However, I hope it does come to PC and other consoles soon. I think it will, but you just gotta wait and see. But it looks promising. NicoCypher1 asks, have you played The Day Before? Have you heard that Shane Dawson has sons? I'm not kidding. Any thoughts on Professor Alex Silver? Are you aware of Umbris's tweet about Blaze the Movie Fan? Did you see João Felipe Santiago, sorry for the mispronunciation, Project Shadow trailers? If so, any thoughts? And where did you hear that Don Bluth University was a terrible place to study animation? I have not played The Day Before, and technically nowadays I can't play it because the game got delisted. That game was a fucking scam, though. Anyways, no, I haven't played it. I did hear about that, and, Jesus. That's just, hopefully those kids get raised right, because, considering everything regarding, Shane, first time I'm hearing of Professor Alex Silver, so I will say they exist. Oh, they do lore from the Pokemon anime or break it down. Interesting. I'll have to give them a look later. Oh my god, they did a fucking video on Go's Dugong. That is crazy. Yes, I was aware of Umbris' tweet about Blaze the Movie Fan. But yeah, I'm aware of what Liv/Umbris said about Blaze, and Jesus. I have not seen the Project Shadow trailers, but I'll add that to the backlog, because it looks promising.
Mommy.
As for Don Bluth University, Reddit, MarvelSquirrelBoyFan 2325 asks, did you see John Chiu, sorry for the mispronunciation, Medusa the Stone Kingdom? Any thoughts on Tony Sonic, and worst and best episode from Ruby Season 4? I have not seen Medusa the Stone Kingdom. I will add that to the backlog, though. Tony Sonic exists. I've heard a lot of controversy regarding them, but I haven't seen their content, so I can't really say much about them. I just know them from several commentaries done on them, or related to them. As for worst and best episode, picking a worst one is actually pretty hard because there's a lot of really bad episodes personally for the fourth volume, but details. I guess the worst is probably the episode with it was Weiss at a dinner party, and I think this was also the episode where she broke out. It's not bad because of that, by the way, because fuck Jacques, but I don't know, it just felt like the episode was... It just wasn't hitting the right notes for me. It just felt like kind of a waste of time at points, save for Weiss escaping. But the rest of it just felt like kind of a waste of time, and had Weiss in a really unfavorable light, which is unfortunate because I like Weiss as a character. Best episode? Probably the ending, or the final episode, because it meant the plot was finally progressing. I don't like Volume 4, personally speaking, so... But more power to those who do. KillJin asks, have you seen Dream's video, The Truth? Are you aware of Pymation's wrist problem? Which version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas is the best and worst? Have you heard that Aardman will run on a clay? And which of these three people who made a very long commentary in 2023 is the worst? Carmen Ryder, Alex the Critic, or Star Giant Productions? I have not seen Dream's video, largely because I'm not a fan of Dreams, but I've heard reception of the video is mixed going off of Twitter, but then again, it's Twitter, so I can't exactly use that as a proper metric. But no, I haven't seen the video, because I'm not much of a fan of Dreams or watched their content. No, this is the first time I'm hearing of Pymation's wrist problem. I hope Pymation's doing okay, though. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Haven't seen Illumination's video or movie, so I can't exactly comment on that. So I'm just gonna go with the live action and original, and by that token, the best is the very first one, the Chuck Jones one, I believe. And then the worst, by technicality, is the live-action version. I don't know, the live-action one wasn't too bad, honestly speaking. It's just the worst because there was no other option at the moment, because I haven't seen Illuminations. If Illuminations is bad, though, I would probably put that, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on it. I did hear that Aardman is running out of clay, and I do hope they're able to find a new supplier, because... I don't know, Aardman was pretty good company. I liked some of their movies. As for the worst, I would probably go with Star Giants, because her video on Enter was just absolute fucking dog shit, and part of the reason I ended up scrapping my worst of 2023 video was because I wanted to put her video on the list. However, I also didn't want to deal with comments basically saying, is this actually a commentary though? So I just decided to scrap it instead of dealing with that headache. But don't get me wrong, Star Giant's video on Enter was super bad. And as for Carmen, I like living, so I'm not going to watch their content. Because Carmen Ryder's videos just make me depressed. I thought there was another question after this, but I guess not, so that is it for this edition of Ask a Grimm. Once again, thank you all very much for asking your questions, I really do appreciate it. Hope everyone has a happy new year as well as a good holiday season. And I'll be back in January for another edition of Ask a Grimm, as well as, hopefully, the next edition of the Manny Presents, because I'm close to episode 150, I think. If you have any questions that you'd like to see on the next edition of Ask a Grimm, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Until then, I'm David Grimm, and thank you very much for watching.